Hey guys, it's Mr. Cooper. This is a tutorial on how to use the Pixlr Editor. We're going to teach you a couple of tips and tricks today on how to use some tools, how to resize images, and then how to work with layers. If this is the first time that you've seen this, let's go over some basic stuff. This is the open screen. This is your tab where you can choose to create a new image, which would give you a blank canvas. You would be able to choose open image from computers if you had something downloaded that you want to work on, or to open an image from a URL, which would allow you to go to the web and then copy and paste the web address of said image into Pixlr to open. And that's really what we're going to do today. If I opened up, create a new image, I'd end up with a blank canvas, and then from here I can, paint or do whatever I want to do, right? So I can kind of come in here and draw. I'm going to open an image from URL. Now today we're going to actually be making a sandwich. We're going to make a juicy BLT, if you will. This is a slice of bread that I found. I will post the link on the YouTube description. You can use this piece if you'd like as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to copy the image address, come back to Pixlr Editor, and then paste it right here. Make sure that you don't have two HTTPs in there, otherwise you'll get an error reading. And now I have my image of bread. It's populated my first layer. It is my background. It is locked. If I wanted to unlock this layer so that I can move it and manipulate it, I would double click and it becomes a standard layer with the ability to check on and off. Anytime that you see checkerboard box like this is a transparent image. There's nothing here. Now that I put this on, you'll see that there's a white filler background. Should I choose to delete the background, I'm just going to select and hit delete. Delete. You'll see it'll actually clear, and now the sandwich is transparent. Okay, the bread see-through, and if I say this is a high-quality image like a PNG, it will maintain its transparency. So I've got a nice slice of bread. Let's get some tomatoes. I've got a stock image of tomatoes. It does have some watermarks on it, but it's good enough for demonstration today. I'm going to right-click, copy image address. The other way to do this would be to open image in new tab. Pops up here, and then copy and paste this address right here. This is the URL or the web address of that item. Now, instead of going File, New Image, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to Layer, open Image URL as layer. It'll allow me to open that picture of a tomato as an independent layer. Pasting it in there on this image. And you'll see that it's actually quite large compared to our bread. So we have to resize it. You don't want to work with a lot of photos that have watermarks on them. They are technically protected. For education purposes, you can repurpose them and use them, but you will still have some of this marking on there. I'm going to select my Move tool, which is the top right tool over here, and then go Edit, Free Transform in order to resize it. If you're working in Google Chrome, the shortcut is Control-T, but that will also open up a fresh tab for you, so it doesn't actually work for us. You'll get these boxes around your image, and then you can click and drag to shrink the image. And this will work for any image, and I'm only working on layer 1 right now. Okay, I want a nice big juicy tomato, so I'll get a nice good size, and then I'll hit enter to set the image. Okay, if I don't hit enter, I'll continue to work on it. But you'll notice I've got this white background filling up space, so I can't see my bread anymore. What we want to do is we want to delete that off, just like we deleted the background on the sandwich. Take my magic wand, click the white, and I'm just going to hit delete, and then boom, we'll see it becomes transparent, and I've got just a slice of tomato. To get out of this selection, I can either click outside of the image, or I can hit Control-D to deselect all. And now I've got an independent tomato that I can move around. If I click on the bread, it's not going to work. It's just going to be on the layer with the tomato. Okay. One tomato on a BLT doesn't look appetizing to me, so let's duplicate layer, right-click, and then duplicate layer. You'll actually get another one. The keyboard shortcut to duplicate layer is actually Control-J. and I get myself another tomato, Control J, and another tomato. Now it's starting to look like a sandwich to me. Okay. All these tomatoes are independent layers that would then move on their own. And if I want to put them all together, what I can do is I can actually click and then merge layers. If I merge visible, it's everything on the screen. But if I merge down, it's only going to put those two layers together. Merge down those layers together. And I'm going to merge down one more time so I just have an independent tomato layer. Another thing in a BLT, let's get ourselves a piece of lettuce. Okay, I've got this one here. I'll post the link. Copy image address. Come back to Photo Editor. Go to Layer. Open image URL as a layer. And then just paste that in. Lettuce, once again, pretty big. Too big for my image. Go Edit. Free Transform. We're going to shrink that down. Put it on top. Enter to set. Take my magic wand. Delete off the background. Now you'll notice that it doesn't pick up the edges perfectly. Again, with Photoshop, you'd have a little bit more flexibility here. This is the best that we can do. You can kind of come in and click away and kind of grab as much of that white as you can. In Photoshop, there's actually a color selection tool that would allow you to grab each of these pieces. Okay. Edit, free transform to stretch it. There's my lettuce for today. Good. Bacon, lettuce, and tomato. Let's go get a strip of bacon. Copy image address. Bring this back into our photo editor. Layer, URL. Paste it. There it is. Again, too big. Edit. Free transform. Let's drag it down. Shrink it down. Maybe a little bigger, like thick cut bacon. If you click outside, do you want to apply changes? Yes. Magic wand. Let's get off that background. Same thing here. Can't get too close. Just do the best that you can. I recognize it and understand. It's not enough bacon for me. Let's duplicate. Control J. Duplicate the layer. More bacon. And then let's put these together as an individual layer. Merge down. Boom. Now, I don't know which one of you savages is putting your bacon on top of your lettuce, but you can actually click and drag your layers around and move them up and down as you see fit. Okay. I'd probably put bacon on the bottom. Put my bread on top. Control J. Extra slice of bread. Bread comes up. Boom, I've got my sandwich. There she is. Okay, tools that you learned. The Move tool. You learned free transform, how to resize. You worked with the magic wand tool to select. Okay. You can see that some of the smoother images, not so great. You added layers using the URL. Okay. And we built our sandwich. Enjoy.